Welcome to Infinity Reviews. Oh! Oh no! Oh my god! No, no way! Oh! It's Sabretooth! Oh, look at these fights! Hello guys, what is up and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I will be reviewing Nosferatu. Now, I did give my little quick out of the feeder review, and I kind of talked really quickly about things I liked, I did not like. And I kind of really said, like, the film disappointed me. I never said, like, I didn't hate the film, I just said it disappointed me. But before I start talking about why it disappointed me, you guys gotta make sure you subscribe. You know, press that button, see this button over here? You gotta press subscribe to get updated on all our reviews. So let's jump into it. So the basic story of Nosferatu is, our main character is Lily Rose Depp, who plays a character called Ellen. And, in the beginning, she had just married Nicholas Holt's character, Thomas. And Thomas was trying to provide for his family, he's trying to provide for her, like giving her the life that she deserves, because she is known as a beautiful woman, and people keep saying, hey man, you're pretty lucky you kinda stand that woman. And, he is offered and able to join this company. He has to go complete a purchase of a mansion to the city, because a count named Count Orlok will be moving to their town. Now, by already hearing the name, Dracula. Yes, Dracula is moving. So he has to go and kind of get this guy, complete the paperwork so he comes over. He soon discovers that this man is not normal. He is a vampire. He is a killer, a madman. Every moment he is in this guy's house, he is terrified, and in order to escape, he has to basically throw himself out a window. And then also, Count Orlok discovers Ellen, who's not just Thomas's lover, but had also first love was Dracula. Yes, Dracula. And this whole thing inspires how he comes to try to swoon her and get her back in very, very dark and twisted ways. Now, I said on my Out of the Feeder review, I said it. I thought there was some weird stuff in the movie. I thought it was weird. But now that I'm taking a look at it, I think what this director did, I think what Robert Eggers was trying to do is he wanted to make you feel uncomfortable. Think about it the last few days. I said, like, I felt weird watching this. It was kind of a weird movie. I think he meant for the movie to make you feel weird. You're supposed to feel, like, uneasy when you see Nosferatu, Dracula. You're gonna, like, with the scenes with Lily Rose Depp, you're supposed to feel weird. I think that's what he was going for. And me realizing it, I'm like, maybe this movie is something I wasn't thinking about. I do think what I love about the film is that it feels like a classic Hollywood movie. It's very much a classic horror movie. And the movie is scary. Like I said, there's jump scares. The design of Dracula, who's played by Bill Skarsgård, is absolutely terrifying. Like, I was looking at him like, damn, that is a vampire I would be afraid of if it really existed. That's what really got me. Like, the design, like, the costume design, the set design, like, was so great. And, I do think this is a movie. I don't think it's generally a movie I would watch again, because it definitely was a movie that I felt like, I gotta watch it again, I do think it made me feel weird, and I think that's what it was supposed to do. I think this movie is supposed to make you feel uneasy, weird, be like, ugh, unsettling. Now, I will say, I think the first act, in my opinion, is really great. The whole journey of Nicholas Holt's character trying to get to Dracula's, aka Nosferatu's, mansion, that was really, really good. Like, saying, like, everyone's like, you do not want to go there. If you go there, you will die. You cannot let him move. And like, as soon as he enters this mansion, as soon as he's there, it's like, this is full on creepy. Like, this is terrifying. And when you meet Count Orlok for the first time, it is scary, terrifying. I couldn't even tell that was Bill Skarsgård. he's like using a deep voice. Oh, I want to send the paperwork to move. And he's got like a twirling mustache and he's like demented, disfigured. And I was like, oh my God. And of course, the act ends with Thomas realizing who he was bringing home with him. A vampire, a killer, a supernatural being. And he's like, I gotta get the hell out of here. And Count Orlok's like, you may not leave. And then, of course, he finds out about Lily Rose Depp's Ellen because he has a locket of her hair that she gave him for his travels. And he's like, I remember her. And, it goes like, oh my God. Like, I did not see that coming. That was pretty cool. Of course, you got other people in here as well. You got Aaron Taylor Johnson playing kind of your high aristocrat, who's gonna be like, I don't believe in this supernatural being. I will fight against it. I will believe in reality, not like this fake entity that's killing all these people. Because when Orlok arrives to the town, a plague is stricken on this town, and everyone believes like, oh, it's definitely the plague. But you have Ralph Innocent playing a doctor, the doctor of the town, and then Willem Dafoe playing like an alchemy professor who's like, this is not the work of some plague. This is the work of a vampire, a demon, and we have to root out that evil. And I thought Willem Dafoe was great. I love seeing Willem Dafoe in things. I just thought Willem Dafoe was absolutely great in the film. He's always great in Robert Eggers films. And I am a fan of Robert Eggers, Of course, one of my favorite movies is The Northman. I think it's a very underappreciated movie. The Northman was so great. I love that movie. That's what I was excited for Nosferatu, because he has a bigger budget. He's doing like a full-scale, kind of big-budget film. This movie was made for $50 million. It felt like it was a $200 million movie, to be honest. And I think he does a great job capturing the essence of 1839 Germany. I think he does a great job capturing the horror moments of Nosferatu. Especially, like I said, my favorite probably part of the movie is when Nicholas Hoult is going to his mansion. He's just journeying there, and everyone warning him, like, you do not want to go there, man. You do not want to go there, because it's going to get messed up for you. You do not want to go meet this man. But he does it because he wants to provide something for his wife. And then, we jump into kind of the second act of the film, which is like him arriving to the town, and then the third act. I wasn't a big fan of the third act. There were a lot of good stuff in the third act, but one of the things I wasn't a fan of the third act was like I said in my review, there's a lot of sex scenes. And it's not because I don't like sex scenes. Like, sometimes a sex scene can work, sometimes it can't. And then, like, when I got a movie, I thought, the sex scene between, spoiler alert, I haven't seen the movie, this is just a full movie review, talk about all spoilers right here. When Ellen and Nosferatu meet up and do the deed, I felt uncomfortable. I felt weird watching it. And, like, it always feels weird watching a sex scene in an audience because you're like, what is everyone else feeling like this? And at the moment, like I said earlier, I felt weird. But then then a few days after the movie passed, I was like, wait, what if the purpose of this scene, what if the purpose of those scenes that are supposed to make you feel disgusted and weird is what he was going for? He wanted you to feel that emotion. He's like, you want to feel weird seeing this 100,000-year-old man having sex with this 20 in her late 20s, woman who's like, oh no, this just feels wrong. I think that's the reason now for that, and that makes me honestly change my mind a little bit about the film when I thought out of the review, because now I feel like if Robert Eggers is eliciting that emotion from me, then I'm like, damn, I just discovered something that I didn't even realize when I got out of watching the movie. I realized it days after watching it. Robert Eggers is also one of those directors I will go see anything he makes, because I feel like he's one of the only really directors who, like, I think in my opinion, he's on the scale of Tarantino. He is on that scale. Whenever he has a movie, I feel like, in my opinion, as a film fan, it is an event film, because, like, my first Eggers movie was The Northman. I'm going to say that, I didn't go see The Witch, I didn't go see The Lighthouse, because, I wasn't really like that deep into film. I was very much still in my, I love superhero movies, action movies are cool, but like it really started like a few years ago when I started to be, when I'd be like, maybe I should be watching these deeper films, these deeper cut films. And I watched The Northman, because that's a very deep cut film. You say The Northman, and people are like, what's The Northman? Man, what's that movie? The Northman, I think, was amazing. Not because, just because, it's another Robert Eggers movie, it's got a great cast, but the fight scenes in that movie and, like, the element of revenge in that film was so, so great. This movie, I thought was okay. I like The Northman better. I like it. But say that right now. I like The Northman better than this. Maybe it's because Nosferatu wasn't the movie right up my alley. Of course, I am a fan of horror. But this movie is terrifying. It is terrifying. I'll say that. I would say, like I said on my free review, I said, the most terrifying thing is the jump scares. And like at the moment, it was just my quick reaction to the film. Like it was just my quick reaction, guys. Now that when you have more time to think about something, I think about the other horror elements. The horror elements, of course, of the castle and of, this figure of Nosferatu appearing out of nowhere. Also, we gotta talk about the cinematography for this film. Like every Robert Eggers film, the cinematography is really, really good. It's really, really good. If that's to when, the film will have a really great color palette, but then it goes into this black and white, almost bluish color, whenever you see Nosferatu, because I think he does that because he doesn't want you to see this person. He doesn't want you to see the ugliness of this. He wants to see you like, this guy kind of looks like a normal guy, But at the end, when he finally shows what he looks like, it's like, that's disgusting. I don't know if that's just me or if I'm even saying this right, but I thought that was really interesting about the character, about how he chose to shoot the movie. My overall thoughts on it, guys, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Yes, a 7 out of 10. Because I do think there are some really, really great shots. The costume design is great. The set design is great. But I think, some of the performances are over the top, especially Lily Rose Depp. I thought Lily Rose Depp was a little bit over the top for me, I personally, as the character, I thought the character was okay. It didn't get me, because, like, I watched the end of the movie, and you're supposed to feel bad for this character. I'm like, I kind of don't really seem bad. I think Nicholas Hoult is absolutely terrific in here. His character very much reminds me of his character from The Menu a little bit. How he's presented as this, like, kind of good guy, but then this stuff happens to him, and he's like, maybe he's not the best of guy. Maybe he isn't making the best of decisions. Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe was just, I loved him in this movie. He was great. You also had Emma Corrin in there. You had, I thought she was a bit like underused, personally. Like I felt like there could have been more stuff with her in there. Then Aaron Taylor Johnson, of course, he played the character, but I think he's also pretty good in the movie here, better than he was in Craven. I think these characters, I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was good. I'm going to put 7 out of 10 because I thought it was okay. It's okay. And maybe a lot of you will be like, what are you talking about? How is this a 7 out of 10? See, for me, like, 7 out of 10 is okay for me. If I did not like the movie, I would have given it a 5 or 4 out of 10. That's my measure of, like, I did not like it. I think, me still thinking about the movie, me still figuring about how I really felt about it is what makes the movie actually better than what I thought it was when I walked out of the movie. That's what I think. I haven't really felt that about a movie at all, and I think Robert Eggers really captured that, how you're supposed to feel disgusted in some scenes. You're supposed to feel scared. You're supposed to root for the hero in some scenes, and then you're supposed to be like, oh, no, no, no. Like, that's what a movie should do. I absolutely loved it. I hope this movie can succeed, and, maybe we get some Oscar noms for this movie. I think, for cinematography, this should absolutely be nominated for an Oscar. I think it's brilliant camera work. Brilliant, brilliant. But, guys, that's my review for Nosferatu. Leave a comment on the video, like, comment, subscribe, and do all that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.